Oh, you hear that this time, right? The recording in progress.
Yeah. Wow.
All right,
Seems like
we
stepping
are.
up their game.
Yeah, we're ready to go. Oh shit! With our fancy new high tech equipment, we got
Oh
a theme
yeah.
song now. That's not our theme song. We got a new theme song that took me like hours to put together, and it's about 10 seconds long. Took me about 2 hours to do, cutting the clips and all that shit. But nice little intro, and now here we are, 2 weeks, 2 weeks since our last episode. So yeah, if you want to, so we didn't make it last week because you were taking a trip to California.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wanna tell us about that?
Yeah, sure. So July 25th of this year. So just what's that? Almost 3 months ago now.
Yeah,
I one of my best friends who I was in the Marines with, who was in my wedding party, he was a groomsman.
yeah, he was an awesome dude.
Yeah, he's a Kern County Sheriff's deputy, and he was on the SWAT team. And on July 25th, they got called out to a barricaded subject.
Which
Um,
is
Barricaded subject is basically someone who's inside their house or inside a building or residence with a firearm, threatening to harm themselves or harm someone else. So in this particular case, this gentleman was drunk and he shot his wife. His wife was wounded and called 911. She explained to 911 that she was shot and wounded and that her husband's drunk and he's got a rifle and he's threatening to kill everyone. So obviously they hear the shots fired, so SWAT responds. At first they're treating it, I guess like a hostage thing. They're not going in because you don't want to upset it and have him shoot. But then he calls 911 and he tells the 911 dispatcher that he shot his son. So now that forces SWAT's hand. They have to go in because
how old is his
now
son? You
this
know those?
guy.
Yeah, do you know those details?
Oh, well, so I don't know how old this gentleman. I think he was in his 40s, but his sons were 23
That's
and
what it said. His
17.
son. Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
So he says he's shooting his son. So it forces their hand because they got to go in and, save these guys if it's true.
Yeah,
So, they go to make entry. And unfortunately, my buddy Phil was in the front of the stack of an entry. He's the point man. And he was shot and killed right on the spot there.
yeah.
So, this scumbag ends up killing his wife, killing his two sons, and then SWAT gets into a later, firefight with him and ends up killing him.
Yeah.
So so I flew out there for the funeral on August 6th. And I just felt, I'm very close to the family, have a strong bond with his friends and coworkers, that we formed pretty quickly. So I just wanted to fly out and, me and my wife went out to see the family, see the
Yeah, I saw a lot of
friends.
the
So
pictures you put up, pictures on
yeah,
Instagram.
so it was a very good trip. It
Yeah.
wasn't as somber, but obviously there's sad moments. But it's good to remember him, and we live through each other now.
Yeah.
You know, you know.
Yeah, he was a very cool
Uh,
dude. I mean, I met
he,
him. I met him at your wedding. I don't know if I hung out with him when I went out there to visit you in 29 Palms. I don't know if he was there then, but
no, you know what? He was at a drill instructor school
oh, okay, yeah, because
at
that's
that
I
time.
remember
Yeah,
breaking his balls about that when I seen him because that's how he talked.
yeah.
He
Oh
talked.
yeah, yeah,
He couldn't be anything other than a drill
yeah.
instructor. Like, yeah,
And
bro. So he
yeah,
talked.
I spoke at his funeral, and I mentioned that how everyone, family and friends at my wedding were like, "What's wrong with this guy's voice? Why does he sound
Yeah,
like a frog?"
yeah. Which was that video on YouTube that you sent me?
Yeah, yeah. It was all it was a huge deal. I mean, it was unbelievable
Yeah, there
funeral
was a stadium that
ceremony,
was
and
packed to
rightfully
commemorate him
so.
and
Yeah,
everything.
it was
It was wild.
insane. It was very nice. It was on the local TV stations out there. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but
That was
yeah.
wild.
So
Such a
that's
shame to happen, man.
yeah,
Unbelievable.
no, terrible. But yeah, that's why I was out in California.
Yeah, but it did. It looked like
So
a good trip. Everybody having a good time. Remembering him and very cool. I know you always stay super close with all those dudes that you met
yeah,
service, and yeah, they were all super cool dudes. All the guys I met, man, were fucking awesome, and it was great to get to know them, and it was a real fucking shame to hear about that.
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, you'll still be in contact. He had how many kids did he have? He had three daughters.
So he has no, so he's three. He has a stepson who's 14,
Okay.
and he has two daughters, 9 and 6.
Jeez.
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah. They did do a fundraiser for her though, right? Or donations and everything that
Yeah, oh,
week.
yeah, yep. Fundraiser for her. From what I understand, mortgage was taken care of through
Wow.
tunnels to towers. Yeah, I don't think money is going to be an issue going forward, which is good because that's one
Yeah.
less thing she has to stress about.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
obviously, that all gets traded back in 1 second if
Yeah.
we could have him. But
Yeah,
yeah, I
but
don't
it's
think money's gonna be a stress.
yeah,
At
which
least
is
I
a
hope
great thing
not.
for
So
everybody to come together and help out with too. That's awesome.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So
So all right, so we're back now. I've got my wonky equipment that I hope sounds okay because I can hear myself in my headphones now. I remember I told you about that early on. It was like kind of weird. So I hear myself. I don't know if it's
yeah,
good or bad or what, but I did a bunch of test recordings and everything, and I think it's okay. And now we got some sound effects I can throw in.
yeah.
I got some sound effects to throw in.
Fancy stuff.
You remember when we went to see Raw? It wasn't at the Garden. It was at the Continental Airlines Arena, and everybody just started doing that in the crowd
Yes, I do
around the same
remember.
time that Chappelle Show skit came out, and it was just
Yeah,
people all over the crowd going, "What? Okay."
yeah.
Yep. So speaking of wrestling, so the first thing on my list, because I tried to just add a few things over the last 2 weeks for our little rapid fire deal in the beginning. So the first thing was the Heels finale was last Sunday. You asked me today where to watch it. Did you start watching it all today?
No, who the fuck has a Star subscription? I mean,
I
come on.
I don't.
Yeah,
But there's, I don't have Star.
yeah. I'll
I
find I'll
so it's
find
very
ways
good.
to.
Actually, the first 3 episodes I think are on YouTube.
All right.
Yeah,
How
so you
many
can see the first
seasons is
three
it?
episodes. Only one, and it's
Oh,
only
okay.
8 episodes so far.
Oh,
But it was an
yeah. I'll
excellent
check it out.
show. It was great, like behind the scenes for wrestling. It took the wrestling business very seriously. Plus, it was cool just seeing guys in it. Mick Foley's in an episode. CM Punk is in 2 episodes.
Oh,
And yeah,
that's cool.
it's a little too much as far as like they script out. They tell you that they script out everything in the match, like every move. This one guy does everything, which is a little much to take on. I mean, one guy mapping out every single match, like move to move, it doesn't really
Yeah.
work that way. But everything else is pretty on point. Heels is an awesome show. There's a lot to it. It's definitely a hard R-rated show. Stephen Amell is in it, who was the Green Arrow, and I actually don't even know anybody else that's in it except the guy who plays like the legend, Wild Bill. He was in a bunch of shit, but he's awesome in it too. Yeah, it's an awesome
Yeah.
show. You should
Yeah, I'll have to
try to
definitely
check it
check
out
it out.
for sure. All right, next is Superman being bisexual, but I'll skip that because
Oh boy.
we'll probably do a big, large Superman discussion at the end. So,
Oh yeah.
also, next thing I had the Scream 5 trailer. Did you see that one?
I had no, I didn't see that.
Did
I
you see the
saw
last
all the
Scream
other
movie?
trailers.
Have you seen
Which
any
one
of
was
the?
that? Yeah, oh yeah, I've seen the first two for sure.
Okay,
What was the last one?
three, three's okay. One's still the best one. Three's okay. Three like
Yeah.
goes back to the beginning and shit like that. And then they
Well,
made
I feel like
four.
you could say that for every fucking movie that has
Well,
sequels.
well, that's
First
the
one's the
yeah,
best one.
that's exactly. Oh yeah, exactly. But then that's the big thing about the third one is they try to say, oh well, the third one is it always goes back to the beginning and starts everything over.
Oh
What they
yes, I do
they
remember the
all
third
do.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, like Nev Campbell's in it. She's older and right.
yeah. Well, she's in all of them.
Oh, okay. All right.
There's a fourth one that was really big on like remakes and shit like that. Like that was what they did. Like these new kids try to come in and be the new killers, and all the old
Hmm.
folks kick their ass to tell them that they're not worthy. This one looks like it's the one where it's going to just pretty much set up a new cast where the old cast is in it, but the new cast comes in and or the old cast, tries to show them the ways, and the new cast comes in to try to, set the stake in the ground for maybe future
Right.
entities or who knows. It looks okay. I think there was a Scream TV show too. I don't know if that's gonna have anything to do with it. Never watched that either. That shit was on MTV. So yeah, that was another one that came out. It wasn't even like that big of a deal. Nobody
Yeah.
talked
No,
about it
I
afterwards.
didn't even hear about it.
Yeah. But then next I talked about right. I remember you. I added it to my notes after you texted me about it. Was the Home Sweet Home Alone trailer?
Oh Jesus
Another thing
Christ.
that's got you fired up.
Jesus Christ. This like the audacity of people. Like, all right, I'm all for like sequels, like remakes, but holy fuck,
Well,
man.
let's see.
This
Let
thing,
me see how many Home Alone movies there are in total. So
I know of three.
there is. Let me. I guess Home Alone wiki. Yeah, there because obviously the first one's the best one. The second one was great too. Going to New York.
Yeah, I thought it was very good.
Yeah, but then they just went off the rails. Like I remember the third one was a totally new kid with new burglars, and the slapstick was ridiculous.
Yeah, no, very corny. But my kids wanted to watch it, and you watch it. It's like, all right, it's similar, but you could tell it's the same concept, but it's a different movie. This fucking one
Yeah, Home Alone
that they
3,
just
Home Alone 4.
oh, I
Uh,
didn't even know there was a four.
yeah, there's a 4, and then let's see, in 2019 they mentioned. I guess maybe this is the one that's that. So I guess this is Home Alone 5, and
Yeah,
yeah, where I mean, I'll maybe
you know that you
everybody
know
probably
that
saw the trailer by now, but
you know that meme where it's like, hey, can I copy your homework? Yeah, sure, you can copy my homework. Just don't make it look the
make it a
same.
little different. Yeah,
Like, holy fuck, this is that. Like, this looks fuck like the way Kevin's mom talks to the people that working behind the counter at the airport. It's like the same shit.
but is it
All the
supposed
like
to
it's
be Kevin? Because I don't think it's a remake, which is even weirder.
well, no. Well, I don't know. I don't think it's supposed to be. It's like they fucking copied someone's homework. It's
Yeah,
fucking a disgrace.
yeah, because in
Like,
the trailer you see
like
Buzz
here,
is in it.
right? You can't come up with new lines. Like, I mean, you see how similar the fucking lines were. I
Oh
mean, it
yeah,
looks like the
yeah,
same. It looks like
the
the
exact
exact
same
same
thing.
movie, but like a fucking like local high school is doing a play of it and
That's
completely just
exactly what it
copying
looks
it.
like.
It's fucking awful.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
the
mean,
kid's
you know
got like
what?
a weird accent and shit. It's just
And
like,
this
what the
goes into
fuck's going on here?
which like he is British, but I guess his mom's not, but his dad is, or his dad isn't and his mom is. But the kids,
And that's just weird because where's he getting the accent from?
yeah, from one of his
Accents
parents. I
aren't
know,
fucking hereditary.
yeah, I know if they live in the States, but Buzz is apparently a cop and he lives in the town that they live in. Yeah, it just looks like a mess. But this goes into probably what we'll talk about later as well. It's like they're trying to make money, obviously, and they're like, okay, we need to stick with what works. So let's make the exact same fucking movie, but a little different with the exact same dialogue, all this other stuff. And that way we'll bring in the new generation and the old generation will be like, oh, it's just like the old one. So they'll want
Yeah,
to watch.
but you know what though, dude? Like,
You can just watch the old one.
come, bro, my kids are fucking 5 and 7.
Yeah.
They've watched Home Alone 1 and 2 fucking 500 times. That shit is on repeat around Christmas, and they love it. They love
Yeah.
it. With the streaming services now, it's not like, oh, I had the old VHS tape, but now I can't find it, or I don't have the
Yeah.
technology
I
play.
think
No,
they're
no,
on
no.
Disney
This
Plus.
shit
The Home Alone
stream.
movies.
Oh, 100%. Dude, the Santa Claus movies, fucking Home
Yeah.
Alone, those we just rip through them. But
Don was
like,
on the
they
Nightmare
don't.
Before Christmas right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We watched it once now. He wants to watch it all the time, which I wouldn't have expected. I
Yeah,
wasn't.
Vin had a kick on that, but dude, it's just like, come on, you just watch the fucking old one. It's great. It's a classic anyway.
Yeah.
You're gonna like it more, I promise.
Yeah, the first one is great. The original one's excellent. There's no reason to literally remake it almost word for word
Oh,
with
it's a
just
fucking
little tweaks.
joke.
It's almost like annoying, the little tweaks.
Oh,
Just
oh,
make the same fucking movie then if you're gonna do that. That's
exactly.
that's
Oh,
yeah. It's yeah. I don't get it. But again, they're trying to just make
well, of
money.
course it's gonna fucking generate money. I mean, I hope it bombs, but
Well, it's going right to
I'm an
Disney Plus.
asshole. I'll probably fucking watch it
Of course, got
because
to
I'm
check
gonna
it out
just
and see what all
hate.
the
I'm gonna
buzz is
hate
about.
watch it, and then I'll report back to the podcast and just destroy it some more.
Or if what shit turns up, you're not that bad. They do it in a good
No,
way.
it's. I
Well,
mean, dude, I'm dug in. It could be the greatest movie ever. I'm not gonna admit it. So,
well, it's going straight to Disney Plus, so it
yeah.
doesn't have that much traction behind it.
You know what though? But that's not even a thing anymore. Like, who cares? Because one of the next movies we're gonna talk about, Red Notice, right? That's
Yeah,
going
it's going
straight to
straight to
Netflix.
Netflix.
So that whole like straight to whatever, it doesn't have the same meaning anymore.
Yeah, it's not even a big deal, but because they're trying to make it like when something goes to the movies, like what was I think the Uncharted trailer. Did you play
Yeah,
Uncharted?
yeah.
Did you? I never.
Yes, I've played it before.
Yeah, I mean, look,
Yeah, no,
the
that
trailer looks
looks good.
awesome. There people are complaining
Yeah,
that
with
Tom Holland is too young to play Nathan Drake, but I mean, he
yeah,
looks like him, and that's I don't know. I got no problem with it.
yeah,
But
Peter Parker and Bob Lee Swagger.
yeah, I know. That yeah, they put him. I mean, he's supposed to be like high school kid Peter Parker in Spider-Man, and then now he's fucking grown adult Nathan Drake in Uncharted. Like, okay, we're not
Yeah.
suspending any disbelief here, both by Sony. But because what it looks like is, I lost my fucking train of thought.
Uncharted,
Oh yeah,
Red
no, yeah.
Notice.
What the big deal they're making with Uncharted is that only in theaters.
Yeah,
Says
and
that
dude,
like really
and
bold at the end of the trailer, only in
right,
theaters.
and as it should be, man. You know,
Yeah,
I
but
know
again,
I
like
know
you said, with stuff
people
coming out
like
on
to.
streaming
I
services.
know that the streaming thing, like that became a thing, obviously during COVID when it was
Yeah,
shut down. But now we're not shut down. Like, let's get back to fucking normal here. You know,
yeah.
it's cool to go to movies.
I
Oh,
love
it's
going to the movies.
expensive. So do I. I love it. Love bringing the kids. It's great.
Yeah, I haven't been in a long time. My wife already shut it down. I said, "Look, here's what I want to do. You're gonna say no, but when Ghostbusters come out, I want to play hooky with Donovan and take him to go see Ghostbusters. Nope, nope, setting a bad example. Like, fuck,
Setting a bad
really?
example for what?
Just to take him out of school to go. Like he's too young. Don't wait till he gets a little older.
Oh,
All
come
that shit.
on.
I know.
What's he
Especially see,
fucking learning? Wait,
especially
wait,
Ghostbusters.
wait.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
in preschool, right?
Yeah, which
Oh,
he
Jesus
which
Christ.
he has no time
Dude, he's
for.
not fucking learning anything there. And I don't mean like nothing, but
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
no, it's not
dude, you
exactly.
fucking, you know what? On the way to movies, you count to fucking 20. On the way home, you recite the alphabet. Boom, there you go.
Yeah, he's not gonna fail his test because he missed one day of preschool.
Right.
Yeah, I know, because that looks fucking great. Ghostbusters looks so good. I even got teary eyed at the international trailer a little bit. So pumped
Well,
to
I
go.
mean, why don't you just go on like a Saturday?
Well, yeah, that's what we would do then.
Oh,
Oh
all
yeah,
right.
oh yeah. She's not kiboshing just going to the movies, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, because that's why I figured during the day too, there'd be a lot less people there. If we went during the week, there'd be less things to
Yeah, oh,
look
yeah.
at too. But a lot of people aren't going yet anyway. I don't know, but I love the movies. I can't wait to take the kids to the movies. I can't take my daughter right now. She's too much of a fucking monster. We
Yeah,
would
no,
not
you gotta
be able
wait,
to get
man.
anything done with her, but my son probably. So hopefully
Yeah.
that's the movie because he digs Ghostbusters and it's about kids and I love Ghostbusters and I'll be really pumped to check it out because man, it looks so good. I can't wait to see it. That's another
It
one
does.
where they're doing so much just like the first one. Like, have you watched the latest trailer?
Yeah, but dude, but it's different. It has a
Yeah,
different feel. Like that Home Alone thing, man. Like they were fucking like. I
and
mean,
it sticks in
the
my craw.
the fucking coat the mom was wearing when she's having that fucking talk about getting home to see her son at the airport. It's like everything was like the same, but it was like hammy. It's like just looks like looked like someone blatantly fucking copied it, like ripped it
Yeah,
off. Like it was
yeah,
like a fucking like Chinatown, fucking Canal Street, fucking ripped off Gucci bag. Okay, that's what it
yeah.
looked like.
That's it. Yeah, it does.
Ghostbusters is clearly like an add-on to the story that's already, and yeah, they do similar shit, but it's a fucking different movie.
Yeah, it is. It's an homage and a sequel rather than Home Alone being like I don't know what the fuck this is other than ripping off the first one.
Right.
Did you see the new
It's like
Batman
like you ever
trailer?
you ever see the carbon copies, and there's like multiple. Like we have evidence forms at work.
Yeah,
It's like the fourth copy of the carbon copy. It's
yeah.
just shit.
Like
That's what
multiplicity,
it
where
is.
sometimes you make a copy of a copy and it doesn't turn
Right.
out so well.
Exactly.
Yeah. Um,
I did see the Batman
yeah,
trailer.
this weekend was DC Fandom, which DC doesn't do like Comic Cons anymore. Maybe they do San Diego, but around New York time they have their own like virtual Comic Con where they show a bunch of trailers and backstage stuff. Like they did a big teaser for Aquaman. Um, but yeah, they did a Batman trailer and a Flash trailer came out. Did you
I didn't see the Flash trailer. I did see the Batman trailer.
the Flash trailer looks cool because the big thing in it is that Michael Keaton Batman is in it.
Yeah.
And they show like they tease the Batmobile, him being in it, and they do like a voiceover and there's like a silhouette of you see him with his Batman mask on. And that's gonna be really cool that people, want to check out.
Yeah.
Um and then the new Batman trailer. This trailer didn't really do it for me. The last trailer did, like the big reveal trailer. I thought
Yeah.
was awesome.
Yeah,
So
I thought this one was all right too.
yeah,
It was
I forget when exactly it comes out, but yeah, that one looks good too. I think that's another big thing coming out. So all right, let's see. Next was all right. So we talked trailers. I watched too. Someone was telling me about. My wife's friend was telling me about Tiger Woods trailer on HBO Max. Did you see that?
the documentary, yeah. Very good. Very
Was
good.
it?
Very interesting. Yeah, it's a
I never even
two-part
heard about it. I didn't know
documentary.
it came out like a
I
year
think
ago.
they're like each an hour and a half. So it's like 3 hours total.
Oh,
But
really?
dude, it's phenomenal. I mean, I contribute getting into golf basically to Tiger Woods because
Oh
he
yeah.
like made it cool. I mean, like who the fuck didn't love watching Tiger? I mean, this
Oh
guy was
yeah.
a
He
rock star. He's
transcended.
unbelievable.
Everybody loved watching golf when Tiger was
Um,
playing.
but yeah, the documentary is awesome, very
I didn't know
good.
it came out a year ago. I watched the trailer for it. I'm like, oh, yeah, this looks
Yeah, it
good.
shows, it's the whole fucking story. So you
Yeah.
see how he's kind of a shitty husband and he's like
Yeah.
a sex addict and
Yeah. He was
and then all his like fucking surgeries, and then he got the fucking, DUI, all
yeah, it
this
was
other,
a mess.
all the shit he has to battle through. I mean, he's battling through another thing now that wasn't covered because he just got in that car accident a couple of months ago.
Oh, really? I didn't know about that.
Yeah, so he's coming back from that now too, back surgery, all this shit. I mean, he's fucking amazing though. He came back from all that turmoil, all that bullshit, I mean, a lot of it's self-inflicted, but
Yeah.
yeah, he came back from all that to win the Masters and I think it
Yeah,
was
right.
like
What a Cinderella
2018,
story.
2019. Yeah, he's unbelievable.
Because when he came back, everybody had their eyes on him again too. Like, oh, is he going to be the
Oh,
same
dude,
Tiger?
he's polarizing. He's just one of those athletes, one of those guys that like no matter what, like look at Britney Spears, right?
Yeah.
She's a fucking train wreck, complete train wreck, but she's polarizing as fuck. Like
Yeah.
whenever she does something, it's gonna be news,
Oh yeah.
kind of like the Kardashians too, and fucking
Yeah.
Kanye. Like
I
all
guess.
these, there's certain people, celebrities, athletes that are just polarizing, and they're always gonna move the needle.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, right? And even all this time, he's still one of them. He's still one of those athletes that, because he transcends regular athletes, like where people who aren't super sports fans still know Tiger Woods and they want to watch Tiger Woods.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, he's when he
Captivated.
was at his peak, he was like he had to be like top 5 most popular people in the world.
Oh yeah. Plus,
He was there
not
like
only is it just like,
Michael Jordan and shit.
oh yeah, not only is it just interesting to watch him and everything, but he's fucking awesome. He was so
Oh, dude.
good.
Well,
And
well,
that's
right. I mean, he made it cool. Like no one showed emotion on a golf course like him. He's fist pumping,
yep.
dude. He obviously he's fucking
Nike
crushing the ball off the
sponsor and
tee.
shit.
Everyone loves to see that. Yeah, he's got his own line. Like he's got his own logo. It's kind of like Jordan with Nike. Like he's got the
Yeah.
jump man. Like Tiger Woods had the TW thing, and yeah. So it was the whole package. He was polarizing. He's in shape. He's it is what it is. It moves the needle. He's a black Asian guy.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
the
an
guy,
interesting story.
and he was just at the top of his game. I don't think there's a fucking golfer that could touch him,
Oh
of
yeah.
all time. Like, if he would have stayed on the straight and narrow, he would have crushed Jack Nicklaus's major record by now.
Yeah.
He was
Because
just
like you said,
unbelievable.
he came back and he won the Masters, but he was still off his game. Because I remember like hearing the
Yeah.
first time he didn't win was like, oh shit, man, Tiger doesn't
Yeah.
have it anymore. He's
But
too much in his own
he's
head.
got the, to win the Grand Slam in golf, you win all 4 majors in a row.
Mhm.
In the same season. He did the Tiger Slam. He won like the last 2 of one year, and then he won the first 2. So he basically completed the Grand Slam. He just did it,
Not in the same year.
out of order.
Yeah.
But like, dude, like, and that was the thing too. Like on Sundays, this guy had a fucking lead. He always wore a red polo, and it was game over. And they said, like, all the golfers, the intimidation factor. Like this guy is putting on the fucking red on Sunday. It's like guys they would be off their games. They're just
That's his
intimidated,
Sunday
scared by
uniform.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then like oh shit, Tiger Woods is in contention of winning a fucking major. This is over.
Yeah. I'll have to check it out because it was
unbelievable. Oh, it's
interesting
it's
just to
very
hear
good.
about and
And
then watching
dude,
the trailer.
again, man, these HBO documentaries are fucking
they're great.
incredible.
There was
They
another
could
one
do
that
it
she
on
mentioned
fucking
too that I
anything.
can't remember what it was, but just fucking
They could
documentary.
do a documentary on this shitty Home Alone movie coming out, and it'd be fucking interesting.
Probably.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
do
how
a
good they are
documentary.
at documentaries.
Have you ever seen the Boondock Saints?
Yeah,
There's a great documentary. It's called Overnight, and it's
can't get
about.
into it. I wasn't into it.
Oh, really? No, well, I
Yeah, I
guess
thought it was overrated.
documentaries are that great then.
Well, no. I'll watch the documentary. I'm
Oh,
saying Boondock
you're talking
Saints,
about
the
Boondock
movie
Saints.
itself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, really? So
I thought it was overrated. Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess
Because I watched it late, like where everyone hyped up, kind of like if you jumped into Game of Thrones after, you're like, all right, everyone's
I
talking all season
liked
long.
it. It's not groundbreakingly awesome like people made it out to be when it first came out, but yeah, no, I liked it a lot. I still do. The second one
This
is
is, yeah, I was gonna
is
say there's a second one, right?
the first half is garbage, and then the second half gets really good because it's almost like, okay, well, I have a good idea for a script, but I don't have enough to fill out a whole movie. So I have to make up a whole bunch of shit for a whole movie, and then like when it gets serious, then it's good. which is like the
Yeah.
last, yeah, maybe like the last like quarter of the movie, but still entertaining. And there's a documentary that came out about that called Overnight, where they documented they two guys that worked on the film that were friends with the director. They documented the whole process of the director and selling his script. And Harvey Weinstein was going to buy his bar and give it to him, and they were going to have the guy's band do the soundtrack. It was like a fucking Cinderella story like you never heard in Hollywood. Like this shit just doesn't happen. And
Right.
all of it went to this guy's head. This guy Troy Duffy, who's the director of Boondock Saints. All of it went to his head, and he's fucking cursing people out on the phone, and he's bitching that nothing's getting done. And he wants all these superstars to be in his movie, and blah blah blah. And then what happened was they just pulled the rug out from under him. They're like, you know what, you're gonna be such an asshole. We're just pulling everything, and you're not getting anything. So the fucking movie got like half the funding it was supposed to get, not even a third of the funding it was supposed to get. It was crazy. It just became a train wreck of a movie when it was supposed to be this big, huge Hollywood hit. And it was very, very interesting. So just watching it all kind of collapse and crumble and all the
Yeah.
background that goes on in this shit that you had no idea on this fucking movie that, you know, came straight to DVD and you only kind of heard about word of mouth. And then there was all this shit going on with it. It was pretty wild.
What's the name of that documentary?
Overnight.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Documentaries are great, man. I fucking love
oh
documentaries.
yeah.
All right. So I've got, I don't know, I mean, how much, because I think it's actually kind of old, but I just found out about it. So Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man,
Yeah.
is getting charged with embezzling, and he owes, because of his son or something, he owes the state of Mississippi $2 million.
Mm.
Son of $1 Million Man admits to defrauding Mississippi's welfare agency, turns state's evidence. This is from Mississippi Today, but this is also from December of 2020, so I didn't know that it was this old.
Huh.
But
Maybe
apparently,
he already settled out of court.
yeah. But apparently he has his own, because he found God and everything's very religious and had his own, charity function or whatever. Um, religious church organization. I don't know all the details, but apparently he took a lot of money from that his
Mm.
son pulled and gave to him, and now he has to return all that, and somebody else has to pay back money that they received to do an event, and they ended up not doing it, but they still got paid, so they have to pay that money back, and it's a whole fucking crazy thing to hear about from, of all people, the $1 Million Man.
Yeah.
Why did anybody trust him anyway, though? Doesn't make any sense. Why would you trust him?
I don't know.
All right. Anyway, did you watch the Robin Williams short that I sent you?
Yeah. So I've seen that guy for, I feel like the last 7 years or so. He pops
Yeah.
up occasionally on Facebook. That guy is fucking unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
Like, dude, he looks like him. He looks like him.
Yeah.
He sounds like, it's fucking insane.
Well,
His
years and
facial
years ago,
expressions, it's
he did a montage of clips that I can't find anywhere because I think he did it on like Periscope. It's just Periscope. Periscope's not around. You can't.
yeah, where he does all the different roles, right?
Yeah.
That
Yep.
yeah,
All
I've seen
the stuff.
I've seen that.
Yeah, and it was great. And we went viral during that, but like nobody really knew who he was. I
Yeah, he
actually
did like Mrs. Doubtfire. He did,
Yep.
all the stuff.
And this is great to see everybody like finally see like holy shit, this guy is so talented.
Oh, it's insane.
He did a short film that's on YouTube called Kenobi, where he plays Obi-Wan Kenobi because he does a great
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor accent. He does Ian McKellen, who was Magneto in the original
Yeah, I
X-Men.
think I've seen some of his other
Yeah, he does so many fucking great. He does
impressions.
Kurt Russell. His Kurt, he does. There's you can find it on TikTok. He does Kurt Russell impressions that are fucking great too.
Yeah.
But this one, yeah, exactly. Obviously, his Robin Williams is on point because he looks like him so much. I
Yeah,
met
it's
him one
crazy.
time. I was at Comic Con and I was standing in line, and I was standing in line at the Hallmark booth to get an ornament. And he walked past and I stopped him. I was like, "Oh, hey man, you're the guy that does all those Robin Williams impressions." Yeah, and it's me. I was like, "Oh, what's your name again?" Jamie. Oh, okay, yeah. All right. Well,
Nope.
see you later.
See you later.
Exactly how it went
Good
down.
talk, man.
Yeah,
All
I had
right. Keep
nothing else to say
on
to him.
keep it on.
Yeah, I had nothing else to say to him. But it was cool, seeing him. He's like 5 feet tall. He's super
Yeah.
short, which I think probably has hurt him, from an acting standpoint. But yeah, he's
Man,
ridiculous.
if he had my height, he'd be fucking
Get it.
billionaire.
See, but your height though is too tall.
Oh,
You have too. I
it's
think you're
too
too tall
tall.
for acting. You got to be like 6. 6 feet is is that. That's good, solid leading man. 6'4". Everybody's got to be looking up. The camera's got to be looking up at you. Like,
Who is the highest grossing actor currently?
I'm assuming it's The Rock.
Goddamn right. You know how
How
tall
is
he
he?
is?
He's 6'5".
77 inches, 6'5".
Is he
Yes.
really?
He
There's
sure is.
there's the wax statue of him in Madame Tussauds, and I saw
Yeah.
it, and I go, he's not as tall as I thought he would be.
He's 6'5".
Okay, all right. See, but you know what? I
So
guess I'm used to it now. But I felt like that seeing him originally. I'm like, this guy is gonna play this jacked fucking dude in every movie he's gonna be in now.
yeah.
Like every role he plays, whether it's dramatic, it's everything. He's jacked rock. Like there's
Well,
no.
I mean, what else are you gonna do with him?
Well,
You
that's
know?
what I'm saying though. Yeah, he doesn't have. I mean, physically, he doesn't have
You know
range.
what movie? What's that movie where he's like fucking his like kid gets kidnapped.
Kid gets kidnapped.
He
Uh,
he works in like an office.
he works in an office and his
Fuck.
kid gets the
Yeah,
rock.
or he's like a construction worker. He's something. He's some like nothing crazy. He's not like a fucking FBI agent or a fucking Navy SEAL
Or a
or
tooth fairy.
right or a tooth fairy or a fucking wrestler. He's I forget the name of it, but I think like one of his kids get kidnapped. The whole thing though is like he doesn't know how to fight, and it's just weird seeing him in these scenes like not knowing how to fight. It's like, dude, this isn't believable either.
That's
Like,
Snitch.
no,
San
no.
Andreas. San Andreas is with the earthquake, right? Oh, is it
Yeah, it's not.
Skyscraper? No,
No, because that one's fucking
that was crazy
off
too.
the walls with
Yeah, where he has
special
one
effects and
leg.
shit.
Like, let's make it a little different where I only have one leg this time.
Yeah.
I don't know what movie you're talking about. Not Snitch. There's one movie where he gets out of jail. I think it's Faster, is what it's called, where he just gets out of jail and just immediately starts killing people. Like 5 minutes into the movie
Oof.
starting, he's out of jail and he's killing people.
Let's
Not
see
Race to
here.
Witch Mountain, not Journey to, not Skies, not the Game Plan, which I really enjoyed. Love the Game Plan.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, not The Mummy Returns, where he goes down
It's
as
not. It's not Gridiron Gang.
nope, where he has the worst CGI ever depicted in a film. Not Rampage, and then I'm out of fucking pictures. I don't know. I'm not gonna run that as
It's not.
IMDb
It's
right now.
not Pain and Gain.
Yeah, but again, yeah, if you're watching The Rock and he doesn't know how to fight, it's like, okay, wait a minute, I'm not. You're not pulling me in on this
Did
one.
Did this movie not happen? Am I just
I think, yeah, I
making it
don't
up?
know
Is
any
it like that? What's that fucking movie that everyone swears Sinbad was in, but it like never happened?
Kazam, but
Yeah,
they
right.
but they
I
thought it
think
was
I'm having one of those right
Shazam.
now. Right.
Kazam, where Shaq plays a genie, but everybody thought there was a Shazam where Sinbad plays a genie.
Yeah. Fuck, dude.
Yeah, my
Whatever.
G's are killing me, man.
I can't find it. The hell with it.
Gross. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what movie you're talking about. Doesn't ring a bell to
Mm.
me. I've seen so many rock movies. That one doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, no, it's
But,
not looking good here. I can't find it.
yeah, but I mean, like I said, just seeing all that, I don't know. Even he has a cameo in How Did I Get Married 2? It's a Tyler Perry movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he shows up at the end, and even you're like, holy fuck, man, it's The Rock. But this was his period where he wasn't huge. Like when he was first getting into acting, like around the Game Plan.
Right.
Game Plan was like just before he started getting huge again. Because Pain and Gain was where he turned it around and went nuts. Because Pain and Gain, he
Oh
had
yeah.
huge. Now that's where the meme was going out, where only The Rock could make The Rock look like a sissy.
Yeah.
Where he,
Yeah, man. There was a like around the rundown time, or
yeah, where he just
right.
wasn't
Yeah.
that jacked.
Yeah, he was that. Yeah, he lost a lot of weight. Like he got lean, very
Yeah.
lean. Yeah, I saw
Oh
a
yeah, not
picture
to say that he
today that
wasn't
he
fucking,
looks.
he wasn't shredded. He wasn't an awesome, The
Yeah,
Rock.
but dude, he looks like a different person now. Yeah.
Yeah, between Pain and Gain and then Hercules, and then he just went off the rails. Now he just eats fucking steel bars for breakfast.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Sure he eats. Sure, that's
So,
not all he eats.
so we could do a nice transition there, because another teaser that they did for DC Fandom was him as Black Adam, who was a DC comic villain, and he's got his movie that they've been fucking talking about making for about 10 years now. And finally,
Yeah.
they're doing something with it. And his big thing is because. So, did you see Shazam?
No.
I didn't see Shazam either. Apparently, it's really good. It's really funny and just a fun movie. But Zachary Levi plays Shazam. Zachary Levi, who was Chuck, and he's an entertaining guy, but he's no jack superhero. Like he's all bodysuit in that movie.
Right.
He's probably got into a great shape for the movie, but he's all bodysuit to be Shazam. And Shazam or Captain Marvel, I forget what they can call him now. He is Black Adam's. Black Adam's the villain. He's the good guy. But people don't see Black Adam fighting Shazam. They see Black Adam fighting Superman. And they talk about and Rock even commented on that he'd kick Henry Cavill Superman's ass, of course, because he's
Yeah.
got it. But that's how it is. But so, and then we can segue into talking about Superman. So, because I guess 2 weeks ago now, at this point, it came out where, and I got to stop reading the headlines and start reading fucking full articles and
Well,
issues and stuff.
that's the key there, and it's kind of gonna like put a fucking damper on this potential fucking argument.
A little,
So,
not necessarily, because the second part I know a little bit. I'm going to first talk about a little bit about Superman, which is really Superboy being bisexual.
right.
That came out about 2 weeks ago. Now, again, from what we talked about, nobody's got a problem with being gay. Obviously, that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about changing up a character to conform to, to appeal to a new group of masses, I guess. I don't know how.
Yeah. Well, also too, it's the age of like no one wants to offend anyone, and
Yeah.
so got to make everyone happy. And
But so again, like I get it. It's not like all of a sudden Superman is bisexual. The
well,
Superman
right,
that you've known forever is bisexual. This is Superman's son, Jonathan Kent, who apparently they
right.
just dubbed him Superman. He really was Superboy for the longest time. Now I guess they just
Okay,
dubbed him Superman, and
but
he's
now he's
come
of
out
age.
as
He's
bisexual.
21.
That's what I guess the thing is.
Well, this is the thing on it. So this kind of like took the wind out of my when I read it, looked into it, and this is what fucking kills me about the media, man. Their fucking headlines suck.
Yeah, and I
Because
mentioned this to you.
they just try to fucking grab you.
Yep.
Because I saw headlines where they're like straight up like Clark Kent, like
Yeah, because
like
people don't know what the
they
fuck they're talking about.
definitively Superman Clark Kent, that one
Yeah,
is now bisexual. So everyone's like, whoa, hold on, time out. Like this guy's been around fucking 50 years now. All of a sudden,
yeah,
he's gay. And again, I don't care. But now, once I read into it, and it's like, oh no, his son. Like that's perfectly fine. It's a fucking new
yeah,
character. You want to start it up, like that's great. Again, like have no fucking issues with that. I think what they did with Spider-Man, Miles Morales, is
yeah,
fucking awesome.
yeah.
Right?
And that
Some
was a
people are like,
huge
oh,
thing.
it's fucking this black, Hispanic, whatever the fuck, Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Right, like, but he's a totally different character.
yeah,
That's fucking cool. I don't want to see like like they make everyone happy. Like they're gonna come out with a white role, like it's whatever, cartoon, fairy tale, whatever, and change the person, make them a man instead of a woman, or they're black instead of white. Like, come on, just come up with a new character. Quite frankly, I think Miles Morales is fucking cooler than Peter Parker.
All right, let's
You
not go
know,
crazy.
I'm just saying, like, if you watch that fucking movie, he's got more, he's more fucking hip with the times. And dude, of course,
Which is
Peter Parker was
perfect.
legendary. But my point is, like, dude, they complement each other perfectly. And like now, he's his own fucking guy. He's
Yeah,
still in the Spider-Man world. He's called Spider-Man. He's just a fucking different Spider-Man. And it's awesome. So now, knowing that it's Superman's son who has come out as gay, it's like, hey, whatever. Like, that's
yeah,
fine. No, but these fucking misleading headlines just want to get everyone in a
yeah.
fucking frenzy. And
Superman
they
is
do that shit on
bisexual
purpose.
now.
Because now, look, we're fucking talking about it.
Yeah,
Just the way it came out and said, oh, Superman's son, whatever his name is, he's gay. We
yeah.
wouldn't even,
Jonathan Kent is his. Yeah,
may
and
have said it in passing.
and there's now like they're saying the comic stores are getting waves of orders because people want this book. Now it's going to be a huge key issue now because it's out there. So again, it's all marketing, it's all sales. There's a
Yeah.
group called Comicsgate, which like just the Wikipedia covers it. So Comicsgate is a campaign in opposition to diversity and progressivism in the North American superhero comic book industry. So that's like people. There's certain people in the comic book industry, and then comic book fans, I guess, who are so against this kind of shit. Like two other huge things that caused problems was Sam Wilson becoming Captain America. Sam Wilson, the Falcon, becoming Captain America in
Yep.
the books, which eventually did in the movies, who was fucking awesome
Yeah,
in
and
Falcon
dude,
Winter Soldier.
I fucking absolutely love how they transition that.
Yeah.
Because let's be real here, right? Like, didn't Chris Evans not want to be Captain America anymore?
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, whatever, dude. Every fucking character's got an arc,
Yeah.
like Tony Stark dying. Like, it was like the perfect timing. Like, what are they gonna make an Iron Man 7? Probably
Yeah.
not. Like, eventually you gotta fucking turn the page here. And I thought the way they transitioned the Captain America was fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Again, all about that shit.
But this
Because
happened in
he's
the
not
comics long
'cause
before the TV show.
well,
too.
right. But the thing is, he's not replacing
Yeah.
Captain America per se. He's the new Captain America. You know what I'm saying?
And
And
another
when
one that's
they wrote that thing, like basically making the current Superman gay, which we all know he's not because he hasn't been for 50 years. I mean, hey, maybe he found himself, whatever. But that's not that was the issue,
yeah.
essentially. But
Yeah.
it got cleared
Which is
up once you read the
understandable
article.
because now you're
Right.
changing a character for that when you do it that way, it's almost for the sake of just doing it.
Well, exactly. And that's what got everyone in an uproar, because again, people predominantly read headlines. I mean, that's how I was taught to read a newspaper. You read the headline. If it grabs you, you fucking
Yeah, exactly.
continue on. If
That's
it
so
doesn't, you
important.
move on. So someone who's like kind of like, I can't be bothered. Like, oh, look at this. Superman's gay.
Yeah.
And move on.
And one
Then
that's
they
going to be
tell their
coming out.
friend.
Yeah, and then they argue
And then
about it on
it's
Instagram.
right. Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
What another one was it's gonna come to fruition. The next Thor movie was that Thor is a woman. Jane Foster becomes Thor, which again had a lot of people in an uproar, but Thor is still there. Thor is still Thor. Jane Foster is just now Thor. She has
Why not just call her a fucking different name then?
well, they call her. I think they refer to her as Lady Thor, but she's just Thor. But she's Thor because she actually lifts his hammer and becomes Thor. She actually has cancer, I believe, and by becoming Thor, it kind of puts the cancer at bay.
Is
So,
this gonna be a movie?
well, in the next Thor movie, it's called Thor, I think, Love and Thunder. She
Yeah.
becomes Thor in it.
No.
I think Chris Hemsworth is still Thor, but she might pick up the hammer and become, Thor in it too. So again, it's two different characters. It's all part of the story and
I
ongoing.
mean, I wish they could have got a little bit more creative with the name. I mean, come on.
I was just calling her Thor. Well, Sam Wilson's
Yeah.
Captain America,
Yeah, I guess, but
and I would even think,
Captain America. I don't know. Captain America is like a rank,
I
like
guess, cat.
like he's
Captain.
captain representing this thing. That'd
Well,
be
Thor's
like
almost-
me just being like, I'm now Mike. Like, no,
Yeah.
that's
I guess it's a little different with Thor because the deal is, if you can hold Thor's hammer, you're worthy of the powers of Thor, which you see in Endgame, from Captain America lifting Thor's hammer. So I didn't read the book, but I know that she can lift Thor's hammer, so she gets the power of Thor. So I guess she becomes Thor, but like Captain America didn't become Thor, and Captain America's
Right.
lifted the hammer in the comics before. So I don't know the
Right.
difference there of why she becomes Thor as opposed to just someone else who can lift the hammer. I didn't read the story, but that's part of it too, and just another thing that puts people in a real uproar. Now, what they did too, because now the diversity is out there. They can't hide it anymore. So like there's the Green Lantern, not Hal Jordan, not the Green Lantern that like we know more commonly. The other Green Lantern, let me look up his name real quick. When it comes to me, it's gonna. But there's Kyle Rayner, there's Hal Jordan, there's John Stewart. All these are the more popular Green Lanterns. Like Ryan Reynolds plays Hal Jordan in the Green Lantern movie.
Right.
But there's another Green Lantern that they had to in 2012. Actually, they came out and they made him gay. So they had this character, Alan Scott. That's his name. Alan Scott, who's been Green Lantern in the 1940s. So like the original
Right.
Green Lantern, he came out as gay.
Hmm.
So that where they kind of took a character, but again, not a super popular mainstream character where they don't want to completely alienate people, but a
Yeah.
character big enough to turn some heads and said, okay, after all this time, he's